You remember back when the GOP had their little weird Nazi porn scandal candidate? That was Republican Lieutenant Gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson. And his career, at least temporarily, was upset by the fact that he'd been doing and saying some really weird stuff online. Oh, those were fun times. What if we rebooted it? And it turns out that they have. They've got another candidate who's dogged with apparently, allegedly, some very strange online behavior. This time it's John Reid, and you can see him right here. Seems like a jolly fellow. He's currently running for Virginia lieutenant governor, and here is what he is accused of having done. An American Journal News investigation linked him to a Tumblr account. I think it's Deux. Would you say JRDeux?
Yes.
That amplified content by another user who posted swastikas, white supremacist slogans, and so far that's not an issue for the right. That's totally, you can do both of those things, and sexual violence, which is kind of a problem unless he was buddies with Trump, in which case, forget about it, don't release the files. But those three things together is kind of a lot. Among the accounts engaged were profiles trafficking, racial slurs, bondage fantasies, and overt Nazi fetishism, which you're not allowed to do. It is supposed to be covert. Go in the Stephen Miller road, okay? Don't make it so explicit. In October 2015, the JRDeux blog shared an image of a male college student in underwear from a Tumblr account that included a racial slur called, I'm not saying any of that, but it's bad, whose bio described the user as a subservient N-word who knows his place in society and invited superior white men near Washington, D.C. to make contact. And we're gonna get to more of it. I wish that I knew that that would be damaging to this candidate if it didn't have the gay angle. Like, that's the only thing in this where I'm like, slam dunk, this is gonna be a problem for him. The Nazi stuff, the swastika, maybe even the racial stuff. But once you get to the gay thing, well, then you got a problem on the right. Finally, according to this American Journal News investigation, the account featured multiple images of men with white supremacist tattoos, including one chest emblazoned with a swastika, captioned "effing nice WP Inc. M88", shorthand for white power, and Heil Hitler. Again, these are just too explicit. It's supposed to be a bit subtle. Go in a Hegseth sort of direction. Other posts fetishize Nazi ideology, referring to white men as slurs, a reference to the SS. That's cute. And praise the attractiveness of two Republican senators as conservative alpha males. And so, like, generally when the right constantly is talking about alphas and everything, again, the homoeroticism is relatively subtle. This is just, it's a little too explicit, Brett. So anyway, he's used that exact same handle on other social media platforms, including his current Instagram username, which has now been set to private, which is probably a good call on his part. And he has consistently denied ownership of the Tumblr account, calling the revelations a coordinated smear. And he posted a video addressing this.
Hi, I'm John Reid, and I'm the Republican nominee for Lieutenant Governor of the state of Virginia. I want you to send the kids out of the room because I'm mad as hell, and I want to tell you why. What's happened today was my worst fear, a total fabricated internet lie, so basic that a middle schooler could have constructed it. It's predictable, but what I didn't expect was the governor I have always supported to call and demand my resignation without even showing me the supposed evidence or offering me a chance to respond. I did not accept that, and I deeply resent it. I demanded to see the evidence, and someone created a social media account with my Instagram name, a name which I've had for years, but this fake account reposted nude pictures of other people, models and porn models. Now, I can tell you that's not my account, and anyone on the internet can open accounts with the same or similar names as other people.
Yeah, it was a really insidious plot that they did it 10 years ago. Man, they were playing the long game and trying to take this guy out. It wasn't just created, it was literally a decade ago that this blog with the same exact account name as his current Instagram account and his other social media accounts was sharing this stuff. And I love his warning, Brett, at the beginning where he's like, kids are gonna wanna leave the room because I'm mad as hell. I thought they should leave the room because he was gonna do some weird submissive Nazi stuff or something. I prefer this, but what do you think?
I love when they lock me in a room and tell me, like, send the kids out. That's the kind of porn I amplify on my Tumblr. Just kidding. The only Tumblr I have is Sexy Gold Blooming. Check it out. It's all dedicated to people lying like Jeff Goldblum in that scene in Jurassic Park where he looks like he's on the cover of a romance novel. Listen, I don't know. True Blue Media publishes the American Journal News, is created by David Brock, apparently, according to my very quick research on it, which is like David Brock's like a Clinton guy. We'll see if it's real. I think a lot of people's first instinct in a Trump America is to be like, this is lies, and I'm treated so unfair. I'm such an alpha dog. I'm so strong, and this is unfair. And if the question is like, is the right wing's brand now like weird, sexy, militaristic, fascist fetishism? I don't know. I just watched Pete Hegseth get a bunch of generals in a room with him, lock the doors, and then say, listen, you want to know what the new army is? The new army's all hot muscle guys. It's just a bunch of hot muscle guys. And you know what? Their drill sergeant's gonna put their hands on them. It's a bunch of rip. I don't want any girls here. I mean, if the girls are manly enough, maybe we get drunk. But the drill sergeant's gonna be like, sir, yes, sir. I'm gonna put his hands on him. That's the new American justice. It's yeah, I love it. It's so like copy and paste. I love meeting people in this context, by the way. Like if he's innocent, it does suck. But like,
look, that was
so
funny
on the nose for right wingers who are like, listen, this guy's an abomination. To just be like, anyways, here's like a man in his underpants saying he'll be nice to you.
Yeah. By the way, like, why couldn't it just be that he was sharing gay porn? There'd be nothing with that. Why does it have to be Nazi stuff? I don't get it. They're very strange. Anyway, I just we've been very critical of Pete Hegseth all week. But admittedly, like if we can exercise a little bit of empathy, imagine he's inspecting the troops and like halfway down the line, he sees a fatty and loses his boner. That's sad.
That is not.
That's really sad for Pete Hegseth. And so exercise some empathy, libs.
Honestly, I thought Hegseth would be a bad like Secretary of Defense, but then I saw him like do the most impressive bombing on stage during that performance. So,
he bombed hard. That dude expected
the entire time. I've never seen anyone bomb so prolifically for so long. They should change it to the War Department.
Yeah, you need to rebrand after a bombing like that. Anyway, yeah, again, allegations. You can't say for sure that it was him, but
I'm fine with Nazi porn.
What?
Like, I don't care what kind of porn you watch. I am attracted to
Nazi stuff.
All kinds of things that are evil, like Ivanka Trump, Tommy Lahren.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't want to be judged for it.
That weird reporter
if you don't
thinks all men are gay.
If you don't want people to judge you for who you're attracted to, come to the left. We don't care.
Well, except if it's Nazi porn, then I get a little bit judgy. If it's Nazi porn,
I literally don't care if you're watching Nazi porn. Like, I really will fight for your right to watch Nazi porn. I think I will also fight for the right of journalists to expose the fact that you watch Nazi porn as you are like, and that's kind of gay, is you're like fighting for the removal of rights from gay people. That's the marketplace of ideas. But like, I'm not gonna judge you. I sometimes am on adult websites and I just Google whatever, enter whatever comes to mind to see if there's any porn in that category on this website.
I kind of want to know, but I don't want to know.
It's like going to the 99-cent store. You're like, what kind of stuff don't they have?
Brett is going to be running for lieutenant governor someday, and this video is going to be presented as evidence to take him down.